The one from Jurassic Park, the game, which...
What the fuck are those? This looks like someone basically just took the alien from Alien and crossbred it with, I don't know, a fucking pufferfish and then like another alien and then put that freaking dinosaur in there. Hello! YouTube. Yeah, this is the most horrifying dinosaur in Jurassic World's restricted section by Shadows. Okay, we're watching this with my mod Ninja, and that's the other one is Lost in Fire No Fire Dragon. Did I do good?
Yep, you did. You got it good.
Okay. I will fucking bonk you after stream. Let's go. Wait, where's the button? Oh, here we go. It's hard to find the third button.
Every creature kept in Jurassic World's restricted section. Think again. This area is speculated to be home to the most top secret InGen projects. Things of nightmares. But there's one thing which...
Why do they all have camouflage? Like every single fucking one of these has camouflage for some reason.
I don't know. Let's make a thing harder for us to capture.
Oh yeah, like making a fucking dinosaur in a park where even kids are running around. A dinosaur that cannot be seen, it sounds like a great idea.
The funny thing is, what they're gonna do with it? They're gonna sell it to somebody as a weapon? Here's the problem. How are you gonna keep the weapon alive long enough for you to use it?
Or worse, how do you make the weapon listen to you?
True.
That's the first problem.
That's very true.
Towers above the rest. Something so terrifying.
Oh, it's with the...
It's the Alpha Rex.
The Indominus Rex?
No, the Alpha Rex. It's like a...
It actually gave me nightmares. But I'm not talking about things like the Carno or the Allosaurus, which we know were held in there. Hell, even Mrs. Kirby, because she's the things of nightmares.
Will you tell your wife to stop making that noise? That is a very, very bad idea.
Remember, kids, the most terrifying dinosaur is the wife.
Your mom!
I didn't want to make your mom jokes, but okay, it's fine.
What would you rather have? Your wife?
I'm talking about something far darker, far more grotesque. And for anyone with a weak stomach today, this video may not be for you. So hold on to your butts, grab yourself a gamer
I'm holding my butt.
Because this is going to be one hell of a video. Now, immediately, I know what you're thinking. The restricted section is no stranger to my channel. I've done numerous videos on what could lie in there in the past. But this video is something completely different. Something I'd never really thought about until very recently. You see, this entire area is completely off limits even to the highest Jurassic World staff, with next to nothing known about its existence or even the secrets held within. I mean, we know the Scorpius Rex was kept in there, and even...
Okay, what the fuck is the Scorpius Rex?
This is the second or first true hybrid created by Dr. Henry Wu. This is in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous.
Wait a minute. Oh, yes.
I haven't seen anything.
We really have to watch the Cretaceous video episodes.
And that was kept a secret from Simon Masrani. It was all destroyed, but yet kept alive in stasis. And literally the only people which knew...
Why do they added so many fucking stingers to his back? Where they're like, okay, he's not scary enough. Let's just give him more.
I don't know why. That's not even scary, because here's the funny thing of, what is it supposed to protect?
Yeah, exactly. What is it supposed to protect?
The only thing that can bite up there or get close to that is another T-Rex or some raptor, possibly, but
yeah,
you have
honestly,
much more
I'm just asking because I'm seeing this, and as someone that always loves to watch things about animals or how they live and how they defend themselves, what's the purpose?
Yeah, what's the purpose?
Yeah, what's
Evolution
the purpose?
would not choose that.
Unless he has also some sort of hidden antenna installed into his brain or something as well. Like, we don't know what the fuck they have done.
Damn, I didn't know this dinosaur just has full-on electronic warfare attachments.
The last one was basically laid out for fucking electronic warfare. Indominus Rex, invisible to infrared, invisible to the naked eye. It was fucking intelligent. It could work with raptors. Like, how was that not basically laid out for modern warfare, honestly?
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
It's more of, I feel like they had to come up with some type of way of explaining why the whole thing goes haywire, I guess. So they decided to make the most overpowered dino.
Okay, I guess.
Of his
Remember
existence
how
was
the
Dr. Wu
Jurassic Park
himself,
3
and maybe
raptors had those quills on the back?
Did they have
Oh.
That's just what it is.
Oh my god. They really love, for some reason, quills.
few select others.
They
That
really
is,
like
until it
the
escaped.
splice.
So if that was kept under wraps from the CEO of the entire company, what else were they keeping?
Poor CEO. He had no idea what was going on with his money. They were stealing his money right under his nose.
Secret in
I like
there.
how
We
it's
knew
just
the
the entire world of Jurassic Park is corporate espionage with dinos.
Yeah,
That's
and then
basically
killing
what it
machines.
is.
Always killing machines. Trained dinosaurs. I mean, it's basically like how we train dogs or something to be useful. But honestly, in an age with guns, I'm really wondering how they make these guys useful. Like, seriously, you can just shoot them. Like, wow. It's over. Like, even with a predator.
that is a
Triceratops, you have access to farming.
Yeah, I'm just
That is
saying,
a-
any predator that
funny.
can hide himself with camouflage is only as good as he's able to have a element of surprise. As soon as they know he's there, bam, 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 it's over.
That's what surprises me is they kind of make it like, oh yes, these dinos are indestructible.
Yeah.
They are not. They're
not.
animals
They're fucking
also.
flesh and blood. It's not like they gave them some fucking vibranium armor and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like what was it? The first movie. If a dino tried to flip the car, it probably would have hurt itself from trying to just nudge the car.
Exactly. These dinos are not exactly really made to basically just destroy things like this. They fought other dinosaurs with armor and similar things, but we have weaponry that is a little bit more destructive, honestly.
I was gonna say, wouldn't most of the dinosaurs not actually be able to fully heal from injuries and probably die?
Probably.
Because think of this, you break one of the T-Rex's legs, that thing is never going to be able to heal.
Yeah. It's never going to work.
It's going to be like a horse's leg.
True. Unless they gave her even fucking Wolverine regeneration, then we have a problem. When we go into the fucking
what animal other than a couple like very small animals can do that much regeneration?
Honestly, true. Because as the larger you have an organism, the more complex it is, and so you need so much more. Yeah, it's way too complicated to just regrow legs because you're too fucking complex to be rebuilt. Your body is like, how the fuck do you expect me to rebuild this?
Would just shrink it and then set the bone and then just let the animal heal on its own.
Here's the thing. I feel like it's going to be kind of like how a horse is. Do you know how a horse's leg breaks? And
Nope.
That's why they put it down?
Mm-mm.
Because it can never heal because it's constantly under tension.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and it could be that it's the problem. I mean, also they're more like birds, so I'm not really sure how this works.
Here's the question: how would if they have bird bones, it would make it worse? They're more likely to break.
True, but you have to think about it. These are very big animals. They have to save up weight in some spaces. They even showed sometimes that some bones are a little bit filled with holes and everything, because the bigger you get, the more strength you have to basically just lift you up. It's a really bad thing. Like, everything in nature has a fucking trade-off.
Yeah. Bigger you are, more likely to actually relax a lot more.
Maybe.
That's why you see like hippos, lions, and other stuff like that in savannah.
Yeah, I mean, that is the other thing. The bigger you are, the more mass you have, which means you will probably have a long time of resting. So, yeah, it would make sense. They probably will go on the hunt, secure food for a while, and then just go for a lot of resting moments, because it's really hard to just move such a big body and everything.
Well, specifically, it's carnivores will typically lay and relax for a long time because the way that their bodies, like lions and hippos, those will typically eat like decent sized
hippos
meals
are
and
not
then
really exactly carnivores.
a week.
They can actually
It's not exactly carnivores, but
yeah,
most of them will lays to conserve energy.
Oh yeah, that's
because
true.
herbivores
That's
can typically
true.
eat plants and keep going.
Lots of bigger animals try to preserve a lot more energy. But here's the thing. Back when the atmosphere was also a little bit more different. You had more oxygen, meaning there was more energy in the air. That was also a factor.
No, with the oxygen being more, it was actually where you had more oxygen in your blood, so you're able to actually go further.
Yeah, but it's also a sort of, for the engine in a sense. Like, you're breathing when you move. You need that stuff to basically
and that's why the dinosaurs could get so big.
True, but then if that logic was carry on to here, then shouldn't they be suffocating to death?
Oh, they should. They should actually. They cannot really survive, honestly, in our atmosphere, honestly. An animal this big as a dinosaur could not survive. Especially not like the... Yeah, okay, I don't know about the fucking underwater dinosaur, because maybe it's a mammal that's also need to go up to the air. Well, not mammal, but he has probably lungs. Since most bigger water animals have honestly lungs, because anything underwater cannot really get big. There's not much.
I was gonna say you can't. At some point, you can't really scale filtering out water enough for you to get oxygen.
That's why so many whales are just breathing air via lungs, because that way they can still get so much air and stay so big. It's a trade-off. Everything else that just lives in the fucking midnight zone or the abyss, lives off water, gets smaller and smaller and smaller, because there's not enough oxygen at all.
Got the scaling problem.
There's a scaling
common
problem.
issue.
Okay, let's get on. We are just getting really theoretical.
Dominus Rex Paddock is also in there, along with the Raptor Paddock and the secret project Ibris, which is something I'd like to speak about later.
Oh, it's blue! I want to pet it so bad. Blue. So cute.
And then Blue bites off your arm.
Now, many people are actually terrified of the Dilophosaurus, and hell, I don't blame them after the scene with Dennis Nedry in Jurassic Park 1, right? I mean, literally eating him alive. But that isn't the species we're going to talk about today, although it does play a part. Because during a scene in Jurassic World, Jimmy Fallon, or whatever his name is going on about Dilophosaurus.
Honestly, I really hate these little boards in which they just roll around. Like, seriously, these things are not safe at all.
The gyrospheres?
Yeah, they're fucking dumb as heck.
I feel like if they are like full on plexiglass, like several layers,
we're talking about dinosaurs the size of 2 cars. If one goes really angry or is just rattled up, they're gonna break that shit.
Well, here's the thing. There's 2 things you got to take in consideration. First, it's a sphere.
Yes.
So it can't really be a direct hit. Like, think of a horn. You can't really direct hit a sphere to do a correct amount of damage.
With enough speed, you can.
No, you can't. Because here's the thing.
No, you can't.
Since a sphere is like a curve.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to hit directly parallel on that center line to be able to hit a perfect hit. If it isn't, it's gonna deflect.
Bounce right off.
Lose it. And the reason that you want to use plexiglass and stuff like that is it's seeable, plus it's also durability. That stuff can handle bullet shots.
Yeah.
Multiple.
And, how much force does a dino have?
We don't know, because they're theoretical.
Exactly.
Venom.
Your safety is our main concern, which is why you're behind our invisible barrier system, which protects you from things like Dilophosaurus venom.
Then that got me thinking, why would they have to make them venom-proof if there was no Dilophosauruses on Isla Nublar or anything else which was venomous? That's because they clearly are. The Dilophosaurus were running wild on Isla Nublar around the restricted section. They couldn't gather them all up. This was basically confirmed in the book, The Evolution of Clay. That immediately tells us that they were never on display for that reason. And they were experimenting with venomous creatures. Further to this, we also know that the Scorpius Rex was venomous.
Oh, that's from Camp Creatocious. I know this one. It's a really fun show.
Cretaceous.
Cretaceous, whatever the fuck.
Again, more evidence that they were experimenting with venomous creatures. And I know you're probably going down the line.
Oh yeah, let's go. Experiment with venomous creatures. Like, there's nothing bad is gonna happen ever there.
Oh, is it a venomous snake? Because he did a video on the Titanoboa in Jurassic World. Now, we know Titanoboa wasn't venomous, it was a constrictor. So it isn't a snake in today's video. But the evidence of it being a venomous creature definitely starts stacking up. And there are only 4 dinosaurs we know of which potentially would have been venomous, the Dilophosaurus being one of them, with the Compy being the second and the Pro-Compy being the third. So what is the 4th then? Well, I believe the 4th did reside in Jurassic World. And believe you me, it is definitely a thing of nightmares. Now, immediately you're thinking it's got to be something huge, something which would be far scarier than the Indominus Rex or the Scorpius Rex. Well, not really. It doesn't have to be huge. You see, this is a parasitic dinosaur we're talking about, which we know was in Jurassic World. You see, the official DPW Twitter account, or X as it's called now, confirmed a sighting of this dinosaur in the woods, and it actually resembles the one which gave me nightmares, the one from Jurassic Park, the game, which...
What the fuck are those?
What the heck is that?
May I present the Troodon?
The fuck are
And you're about to
those?
see why Jake reacted the way he did.
This looks like someone basically just took the alien from Alien and crossbred it with, I don't know, a fucking pufferfish and then like another alien and then put that freaking dinosaur in there.
It looks like a raptor that got anorexic and just super
Yeah, it looks like a raptor that is on drugs or so. Like, look at the eyes.
Just watch and you'll understand why.
Okay.
we know wasn't canon, but now because of this new evidence, the design will be. And not only that, this dinosaur was cut from Jurassic World Chaos Theory as an assassin dinosaur and would have been used as the same purpose as the Atrociraptor pack. I think you've guessed it, the Troodon. And I don't mean the Jurassic World Genie Troodon, which I'll talk about in a second. I mean the Jurassic Park Troodon. And I know you're probably asking, how was this in Jurassic World? Well, I'll explain that in a second. And I know if you don't know anything about this creature, you're probably asking the question, well, what makes him so terrifying? Well, believe you me, I'll get onto that, and it is terrifying.
Okay,
you see, the Jurassic World Troodon was potentially part of the Ibris project, because Dr. Kate...
Stop laughing! How dare you laugh?
You don't know exactly
Walker,
what
a Jurassic World
these
scientist,
are
was working better to understand the emotions and
Shit.
feelings of dinosaurs, very much like Owen Grady was with his raptors. But
Oh,
she worked
look
with a
at that cute
Troodon
one.
named Genie. This Troodon was different to the Troodon I'm talking about, though, because this Troodon Genie was very much like Owen's Blue, and her goal was to better understand and predict the behavior. However, the research
they have a
stopped when the
bond.
Indominus Rex escaped. A few months after the fall of Jurassic World, it was presumed that she was dead, although Dr. Kate discovered she's alive, and that she wants to relocate the animal, although...
Okay, what? How do these things keep on surviving everything? How?
Here's the thing, there's only a few that can actually explore buildings. So if you just stick to some of the well-reinforced buildings as a base, you'd probably be fine.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that does make sense, yes.
she uncovers a conspiracy that InGen hasn't given up on weaponizing dinosaurs.
Yay,
Who would have
weaponizing
thought?
dinosaurs, let's
and
go!
That leads into the storyline of Jurassic World,
Honestly,
The
a
Live
rocket would do
Tour. And that's
better,
how it explains
honestly.
how this Troodon exists, but it doesn't explain how our Troodons we've seen in Jurassic Park the game have gone into Jurassic World and they were then sighted on the mainland in Jurassic World Dominion.
God,
the
these
person
little
said that the
shits.
animal bit merchants in the village and it caused them to run off. Exactly like Jurassic Park the game. Not only did they resemble the
big
exact
dino.
ones, the behavior is exactly the same. The sighting also confirms that they were probably cloned on Isla Nublar, and 2 individuals were brought to the mainland.
Troodons.
And where have we seen this before? That's right, the Dilophosaurus. They weren't able to round up all the Dilophosaurus. That's how they were still running wild in Jurassic World. Why? They made the gyrospheres venom-proof. Because the Troodon was exactly the same. They was not able
So these guys were just still running around and they... Okay. Damn, these guys really fucked up big time, didn't they?
to round all them up. I mean, they're smaller than the Dilophosaurus, more elusive, nocturnal. They were also running around Jurassic World because
Oh god, these eyes, what the fuck?
It just reminds me of, like, what's it called? The featherless birds.
They look so fucking goofy, but also like, what the fuck? I just want to punch it.
you see, just one bite is enough to paralyze anybody, and then you're kept alive
Wait,
in
they have
stasis
paralyzing
for
venom?
some far worse fate. You see,
Yes.
it's highly likely that they were created
Now
in
you're
the
gonna
original
see why
Jurassic
Jake freaked
Park,
out
but
the
were
way he
called to be
did.
terminated, very much like the Scorpius Rex, and that's why they were scratched off InGen's list for being extremely smart and venomous. Now, I'm not going to dispute Jurassic Park the game's canonicity, if that's a word, in this video. I mean, we already have proof that they're on the Dino Tracker website showing that that design is now canon to the movie franchise. But how they ended up on the mainland and if they were in Jurassic World is obviously open to debate. We know in the game that they were a hidden dinosaur and kept in a secret quarantine pen before being released into the wild, which fits with our Isla Nublar theory in Jurassic World, like the Dilophosaurus. The only issue here is we have the 1994 cleanup, where basically they go to the island and they were exterminated. But if that was the case, wouldn't they have exterminated all of the dinosaurs? Meaning there would have been none there for them to salvage in the early 2000s for Jurassic World? That's right, they didn't. It's impossible that they cleaned up every single dinosaur. They didn't. They didn't do that with the Dilophosaurus, the Compsognathus, or the Troodon. The evidence is there. But this is the scary part. And this is the reason why you wouldn't want them running around Jurassic World. Because just one bite, like I said, paralyzes you. And then comes the fate, which I believe is probably worse than death. But we're only just getting started on...
Fate worse than death? Wait, what?
Yep.
Oh god.
the real horror of this clone species. The nightmare reputation can be owed to its venomous bite, which would cause hallucinations, and in some cases, the victim would become extremely violent and attack nearby individuals. Unless the infection was treated by an extremely powerful tranquilizer, the victim will go into a series of convulsions, seizures, and the final stage of paralysis and brain death. But this is only the start of the Troodon's hunting tactic. Using this venom as their primary weapon, they would hunt by biting their victim and then fleeing, but stalking their victim as it suffered from the effects of the venom. That is when the Troodon would lay its egg.
They're a mix of
that kind of reminds me of Komodo dragons. Yeah. It's like the Komodo dragon. But it bites and then just keeps
tarantula, hawk, wasp.
Or that. It just stays around until you basically died. That's fucking insane.
It's basically a mix of those two.
Oh shit.
I'm guessing they're also
Now, I did say the Troodon were nightmare horrors, and this is the next part. So if you're squeamish, I would recommend skipping this part. When a Troodon was about to lay eggs, she would kill one of her prey.
Okay.
As usual, but instead of eating her kill, she would instead partially bury it in a secluded area. While the victim was...
The victim was still alive, so he's basically waiting there in the fucking nest while the baby's hatched and then just eat him alive. Oh great. Oh thanks. Oh no.
Still paralyzed, she would rip open her victim and lay eggs in them. So in a huge...
Wait, what? She's laying eggs in them like a fucking xenomorph? Wait.
Or the tarantula hawk wasp.
Oh.
It would be the abdomen. It is presumed that the victim's body is used to provide both body heat and food for the hatchlings, which would proceed to eat the corpse from the inside out.
So not only does she make you unable to move, she also makes you pregnant. What the fuck?
Now here's the other question of how fast do these eggs hatch? Because the body heat's not going to stay forever. The body's going to decay after a bit, like, because if you claw open someone's chest and then lay eggs, it's going to just bleed to death.
They probably cover the person up.
You're still going to bleed to death.
Yeah, he's still going to bleed to death.
You can put,
he's gonna be long
put
dead
dirt
before...
on the blood. It's just going to soak up the blood.
The body's
but it's
just
not
going to
close the vessels that were there before.
Yeah, it's gonna bleed out. He's gonna die before they just hatch. That's just a little bit of a mercy, I guess.
This method of rearing young is like that of a spider wasp species, with the clone Troodon being the only non-insect that uses this method.
So that's why you said that. They mixed insects in there. Oh, god.
We're only really just getting started with the Troodon. Upon Troodon's creation, Dr. John Hammond, founder of InGen, did not add Troodon to InGen's list because it did not fit his vision of Jurassic Park. Ultimately, Hammond ordered these clones to be destroyed along with the records of their creation. But the doctor who created them instead lied to John Hammond and secretly kept the Troodons on the island in the quarantine pens to continue studying them. Now, this is where it starts to get really interesting. Now, when Dennis Nedry disabled Jurassic Park's security systems...
Oh, we have the best security system ever. Nothing gets past us. Oopsie! I turned it off. Ugh,
Here's the thing.
In order to steal
if
dinosaurs.
anybody sneaks into a company and shuts off a security system, that would affect anybody. It doesn't even matter if they had the best security.
So embryos for Louis Dodge, and he disabled the quarantine pens containing the Troodon pack as well, allowing them to roam freely, a massive mistake. Now, before we go any further, it is worth pointing out that this lore comes directly from Jurassic Park, the game, although Troodons are technically canon because they're part of Jurassic World, the live tour, and Jurassic Park, the game, is considered soft canon. They're also part of Jurassic World Evolution. The first action of the free Troodons was handing Nima Krez, a woman who Nedry was supposed to meet at the East Dock to give him the embryos. If it wasn't for Dr. Hardin, she would have died a few hours later. The next day, they attacked several people, including Daniel Cafaro, who was the pilot of a helicopter. The Troodons dragged his body to a room inside the geothermal power plant, where a female laid eggs inside his chest. Due to the nature of the Troodons liking the dark, the big bulbous eyes...
Damn. You cannot... these dinosaur females are the worst. They just make you pregnant and then they leave you there. I can't believe this. They're not gonna pay child support? What the fuck?
Actually glow in the dark, so it's an easy way to see them. This is how Nima was able to see the Troodons in the darkness. And does this not look exactly like the picture we see on the Dino Tracker website? It does. And the fact that they were meant to be cast in Jurassic World Chaos Theory tells me they are definitely out there. And I, for one, couldn't think of a worse fate than being paralyzed, eaten alive, and then having eggs laid inside of you, waiting for them to hatch. Ugh! Just gives me the heebie-jeebies thinking about it. That, for me, is why they're the most terrifying dinosaur to be in Jurassic World's restricted section. And hopefully they were shut behind some massive door. And with that being said, I'm shutting the door on this theory. But what do you think? Is there a dinosaur more terrifying than the Troodon? I'd be hard-pushed to find one. And do you agree with my theory work? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, I highly recommend checking out my other restricted section videos because they're very much like this. Theory crafted with great content. I do say so myself.
It's the one that makes you pregnant. Oh my gosh. The Pregnosaurus. Okay.
Someone hit the kaiju with the frying pan or the bat, please.
No one does. Ah!